Welcome to my Safari Sunrise Tournament rookie walkthrough video. In this video, I will walk you through the shots I will use and some of the possible alternatives. This is a guide and is not meant as the absolute solution, but more like a starting place to begin your note-taking process and help you prepare for the tournament. Play according to your clubs, balls, and skill level. Please remember that this walkthrough does not feature the actual tournament wind we will see, that will only be known once the tournament begins. Also, the last time I played these holes was near the very beginning of my Golf Clash tournament days. Many of the shots are not perfect and are not as exacting as I am now accustomed to playing the game. However, the routes and explanations will not change much from this video to the tournament play. And finally, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so now and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any future Erelic gaming content. Let's get into it. The Safari Sunrise Tournament starts with a very straightforward par 4. The drive can be played with basically any driver, but I tend to use mainly the quarterback since its accuracy and curl allow me to get close to the top of that landing zone with lower risk than the extra mile due to the increased accuracy. The rock is another excellent choice here if you have it in a decent level. Adjust for 10% downhill elevation with a marlin ball or better, then using maximum right spin and 1 to 3 bars of top spin, depending on the wind. And contrary to what this video shows, I'm going to probably use a small amount of right curl to get it down here near the end of the second fairway. So for the second shot, I play with my most accurate long iron, such as the backbone. I set it up, aim directly at the pin, but leave it a couple green squares short to accommodate for that low level ball guide. Adjust here for 0% elevation and use 0 to 2 bars of backspin to get this very important eagle. If possible, find a consistent landing position, such as having that white ring of the bullseye touching the left rough for a more repeatable, consistent shot. Hole number 2 starts the course trend for long par 5s. In my opinion, you will want a power 3 ball or better here for a shot at the albatross, and in most cases an eagle is entirely acceptable, especially from the front tee. Some folks will use a power 5 ball and a higher level club to push this drive very close to the green, but I play this in rookie to avoid danger and keep it on the fairway. Adjust for 10% downhill here, and you'll see me play with a quarterback, but it's also makeable with any other driver as long as you have a decent amount of maximum right spin and 2+ bars of top spin, depending on the wind. A small amount of right curl helps get it over and nicely up that second fairway. So the distance of your drive can greatly affect the way we play the second shot. Some people will consistently reach far enough to play a Viper or Sniper here, but I recommend bringing your wood club with the most distance, such as the Big Dog. Adjust the second shot for 20% downhill numbers. Play it either over the bunker to get to the green with about 2 bars of backspin, or more conservatively to the right, rolling it down close to the green to leave yourself a short chip shot. Albas will certainly be a thing here, but so will birdies and pars. Play according to your situation, but be sure not to risk losing a precious stroke. Hole 3 has 2 primary routes to play. Each is played at 10% downhill elevation. First is the safer of the 2 paths. Here we play with a side spin 2 ball or more, such as a quasar, and a couple bars of backspin to bounce over the bunkers and down to the hole. Be sure to note that the green slopes from left to right and that there is a large bunker, obviously, just past the green that we want to avoid. So be sure not to come in too hot. The Sniper is an excellent club here if you have it available to you on your rookie level account. The second method is one that I believe we will see many players attempt and successfully pull off, even though it is a lot riskier than bouncing over the bunker. Here, I do prefer a sniper for both the accuracy on that tight landing position and the ball guide to estimate the roll. I played in this example with 1 bar of backspin and just a tick of right spin, but perhaps a little more right spin, and this one would matriculate straight down into the cup. Hole 4 can be played many ways, but one consistent is that this is one of the holes you should work to have dialed in for your weekend round in a quest for a banner. The first example I show is the less popular path down the left side. Make no mistake that this is an entirely legitimate route, and depending on the tournament wind, may in fact be the preferred path in Rookie. However, here, leaving myself crosswind for the second shot is less than desirable. I play 10% off the tee here with an extra mile, and maximum topspin and maximum right spin with a power 3 ball. A Kingmaker would play well here with its additional spin to the right. Instead, I apply about a half a ball of curl to make up for that deficit. The second shot is a very straightforward 0% thorn shot. I like that I tried to play this shot off the nice flat green. It is a good landing position. However, in the future, I would likely play this shot with only 1 to 3 bars of backspin at most, and set it up on the fringe or just on the fairway in front of the green versus this heavy backspin shot. I like the backspin shots with the thorn. However, it is much easier to execute with a higher level short iron because of that lack of ball guide. So keep that in mind. Play according to your strengths here. Using a Hornet or another short iron that you are more comfortable with is absolutely a good play. I do believe the predominant play on hole number 4 will in fact be this right side play. Now, while the drive is a bit more technical, I think players will handle it for the promise of a golden second shot rough bump opportunity. Play the drive at 0% elevation with an extra mile. Be sure to set up your landing position so that your ball bounces on the top, flatter part of the first fairway, because if you push it too close to the edge, it's very sloped and you risk your ball kicking out to the bunker or at least clipping the rough. You're going to lose distance and make the second shot more difficult. Add maximum topspin and maximum left spin. The Navigator ball is a solid choice, but a Quasar isn't wrong either. And, like I said in the intro, some of these shots aren't my finest hour. Instead of the thorn bounce shot you see here, I will try a Hornet rough bump with approximately 2 to 4 bars of topspin for shot number 2. I'll play that at 0% elevation and 0 side spin. The thorn play is certainly a possibility if you prefer that style of shot, yet I do think the rough bump will be what we will see most players going for here. The second par 3 of the Acacia Reserve course is another hole with many ways to play it. I know of at least 3 methods, including bouncing on the green with backspin and approaching the pin directly, the ever-popular rough bump, which looks to be achievable with a Goliath long iron, and this straightforward bounce over the rough shot that I demonstrate here with the backbone and a marlin ball. I adjusted the shot at 10% downhill elevation and used 1 bar of backspin. Now, I would like to push up my landing position slightly and use 2 bars of backspin in subsequent attempts with this route. However, this is not an easy shot by any means, an easy hole. So I think we'll probably end up playing a rough bump here in the tournament, but we're going to have to wait and see what the winds look like. I play hole 6 at 10% downhill elevation on the drive using a power 3 ball such as a Titan for the extra reach. I play the shot with an extra mile directly over the right hazard with maximum right spin and a couple bars of topspin. You might be thinking to just blast to the left with maximum left and topspin, but think about the bunker in front of the green. We are trying to set ourselves up to have a clear shot at the pin. Use overpower as dictated by your bag and the wind. As you can see in the video, even with a terrible great right, we're safely situated for the second shot. Now, you can see that we are in wood range for the very real possibility of an albatross. If you were approaching from the left, you will need to contend with that greenside bunker. So adjust here at 0% elevation and try this shot with 2 to 3 bars of backspin and the sniper if you've got it. If not, the Viper is completely acceptable and gives you a chance to get this one in the hole for a very helpful extra drop. Good luck. For the final par 3 of the tournament, we once again are given what looks to be a very direct shot, but due to the uneven landing positions, a deceptively difficult hole. I prefer the bounce over shot here with a backbone or a Goliath or whatever long iron you are comfortable playing. Use a navigator or better to cut the wind down as much as possible. I play this one at 20% using approximately 2 bars of backspin and aiming directly at the hole. Now, I see that little skinny patch of rough there, and I'm thinking some folks are going to go for the rough bump. Hey, by all means, if that's a shot for you and you feel comfortable with that, all the power to you. However, with the lower level rookie accuracy, that isn't something that I think I'll be trying. Now, here in the Goliath example, adjust for the same 20% downhill elevation as the first shot and aim it directly at the hole. Yet here, I decided to use approximately 1.8 bars of backspin and 1 bar of left spin. However, I did make contact with the ball in the great right position, which seems to have counteracted the left spin. I think that we'll play consistently here between 1.5 to 2.5 bars of backspin with a long iron. We'll get this one dialed in for the weekend. Once again, we have a very reachable par 4 with slightly technical drive options. Many rookie players will bounce on the first fairway with maximum topspin and maximum right spin, add a touch of right curl, and bounce and roll nicely up the second fairway. However, in this footage from a former major tournament, I went for the gusto and overpowered an extra mile and a Titan ball in an attempt to drive the green, or at least be very close to it. I added maximum topspin and a bar of right spin. You can pull out a Zerk here and try to drive the green if you're feeling bold. I can almost guarantee that we will see replays of people's hole-in-ones on this hole. So, even with the great ball, this approach leaves you with a very straightforward chip shot. Sadly, back when this was recorded, I was nowhere near as understanding of wedge play like I am now, and I really wish I could have this shot back. My greatest personal insight into my gameplay in making this walkthrough is how much more patient I am with shots these days, like with the needle swing, and in turn, how much more I hit the ball perfect. Take your time, practice, and improve this skill. Look how much time I have left on the clock. Good luck on this very reachable hole number 8. Fortunately, I have saved the best shot of this video for last. This is another hole where a power 5 ball could be used. However, I find it prudent to leave oneself in sniper range to play the rough bump option. We begin with a power 3 ball and an extra mile, and be sure to apply maximum topspin, and then aim to the left fairway and use maximum overpower to reach as far up the left side as I can. Using a bar or two of right spin is certainly not wrong, but I do not feel it's necessary either. As you can see, after a nice drive, we're left with a maximum distance sniper level 5. Assess this situation for your clubs and balls, as you might be in a different situation based on your circumstances. Look to have the top of the red ring touching or just cutting the top of the rough here. Adjusting for 0% elevation, and I do not apply any spin to the ball as the ball guide is lined up to the pin from this position. Now as you can see, the Kingmaker ball helps keep that wind value low, and that is very helpful here on the second shot. So consider that as an option, but not entirely necessary. Good luck to you in the Safari Sunrise Tournament. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in to my rookie walkthrough for the Safari Sunrise Tournament. I hope that this information can help you prepare well and shoot low on the weekend. If you have any comments or feedback, please leave them in the comments section below and I will respond as soon as I can. Alternatively, you can email me erelicgaming@gmail.com. Please remember to subscribe now and join Erelic Gaming and not miss out on any of my future content. As well, hit that thumbs up button on your way out to show your approval. It's been my absolute pleasure to share this walkthrough with you, and I look forward to seeing you out on the course. Good luck in the Safari Sunrise Tournament.